Well, certainly, proud of the way the guys responded, and it's good to win. And there's a lot of lessons in that game for us. And fortunately, we're able to play a lot of players, and there's going to be things that each guy that played did well, and we've got to build on that. And certainly a number of areas where we've got to clean up to be the best team we can be. I thought early we didn't do a good job of really just playing good football. And, we had 2 returns and penalties on that, and have a quarterback center exchange problem in our own end. And so there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up, but I love the way the guys just kind of kept staying true to it and responded, and it was good to get in the second. It was a long drive. I think we had 5 of 5 on third down. Thought Alex made some good throws, and then the big pick by TJ, and then came back out of halftime and a good return, and kind of got things rolling. So it was a good night in the sense it's good to get the season going. It feels good to get the season going, and certainly a number of areas we can build on, but a lot of areas we've got to clean up.
Paul, a lot of weird things can happen at openers, special teams up, but to what do you attribute the slow start? Could it jitters, just guys being sloppy, which is uncharacteristic?
I think just we weren't doing the little things, playing good football. We had a first down and going for a pass, and they bring pressure off the edge. We didn't pick that up. Like I said, we didn't do anything to flip the field, and weren't converting. I think it comes down to you either play good football or you don't, and I think that's where the focus has to be on. I don't think it was jitters, and I thought the kids prepared well. I think I should say that we had some young kids that I'm sure there was some nervousness, excitement, but I don't think the problems came from that group necessarily.
And back.
It seemed during the first quarter that Alex was just kind of second guessing himself and not really sure of what he was reading. What do you think finally clicked that made him kind of get that confidence back and start playing, like he was playing last season?
I didn't feel like he was skittish or anything there. We didn't have a ton of opportunities on it, but I didn't think that in my opinion, maybe the tape would be different. I didn't feel any nervousness from any. We just weren't executing on it. But it's. I thought we all worked through it, and like I said, I was proud of their response. Alex will be included in that.
Paul, what type of lift did Jonathan Taylor give the team tonight? Was this what you expected from him in his first game here?
Well, I think, when you say, is this what you expected, that'd be unfair. But I will say that no one was surprised by it. And I think, JT's the one that had the big run start of the second half, and it was good. And so I don't think anything that he did, there wasn't anything that he did tonight that surprised anyone on our sidelines. And yet I think it'd be unfair to say we expected him to do that, but it was good having him. I thought, he ran well. I thought Bradrick ran well. That was good to get going.
Paul, your defense wasn't in the best of situations after that turnover. But
right.
What did you see from them from that point on, like late second quarter through the second half?
I thought, we did some really good things. Obviously you get 2 takeaways, and TJ's was big, kind of at the moment was happening. Would like to see us punch it in there, but it was good to have Hoff back, and get the field goal, and certainly Coda's was good. I thought, guys showed up and made some plays, and there's a high standard. The bar has been set high, and a lot of those players have played on those defenses, but it's a new group, and it was that's why I thought it was good to see TJ step up and make those plays, and I think that's what's got to happen is there's going to be a new group of players that have to kind of rise to the occasion and be the type of guy that can swing momentum back your way if you're losing it a little bit.
It seemed like early
on, especially Alex, kept coming back to sort of the left sideline, throwing downfield, hitting the out route more on the flood and the Ohio concepts over there. Was that something that was more designed, or is it just sort of him taking what the coverage was getting him, a lot of man coverage on that side?
No, I think that he was. We didn't have a certain game plan like have you throw to your, certain side. I think you just the way the game dictated and what they were doing. I just think led to that more.
Well, how important was the momentum shift to score the 10 points at the end of the half, and then I guess you doubled up after half there?
I mean, it was big because we hadn't done anything, and kind of, that was I liked the response that the offense had, on the long drive, and that was big. And then to go out and you're not sure how a team's going to play, kind of the end of a half situation, but it was a big play, and we needed something to have go our way, and yet you can't wait for it. You got to go make it happen. I thought offensively did, and then TJ was opportunistic on it, and that was big.
JP,
Coach, you were happy with every touchdown and points, but when Quintez scored, I saw the guys were a little extra pumped up for him. What do you think it meant to him to get a touchdown tonight?
Well, there's no doubt that it's those are special, and I know it is for Q, and yet I think that every guy that scored, that those are things that aren't taken away. You can't take it away from him. I think for Ferg it was a big deal. It was guys were excited on the bench when Garrett Groshek scored, and certainly our team knows what Q's gone through, and it was it was big.
Well, one of the young guys we haven't talked about is Danny Davis, and I don't know if you saw the block he threw.
Pretty nice, wasn't it?
Okay, and also, did you think that he fought to draw that pass interference?
Well, the
penalty?
one on our sideline going towards the field house he was going to attack the ball, and that's what he does. It would have been nice to him to get one, and he'll have opportunities. But I thought he did some really good things, and everyone noticed that block. And that was what was fun. I mean, as many guys went to him. Xander's another guy. There's someone that everyone on our team knows the amount of work he puts in and what he does, and yet everyone saw that Danny helped make that happen. And Jack Dunn had a nice one on Groshek, and that's what it takes. And I think that was the message to the guys. It's going to take all 11 players on one play, and then you give yourself a chance. And when we do that, then we got a chance to be all right. But if not, we make it hard on ourselves. And you saw kind of both those things happen tonight.
Alex took a couple sacks early on in the first quarter that killed some momentum there. How much of that blame do you put on Alex maybe holding on to the ball too long, and how much blame do you put on the offensive line maybe mishandling some stunts that would run against them?
I mean, right now I don't blame anyone. I got, it happened, and how are we going to respond to it? Now we got to go back, and it sounds bad as a coach, but it's the truth. You go back and look at it and see, what went on. I thought the one sack on the 1st and 10 happened pretty quick, and so we got to take a look at that. And tonight, not blaming anyone.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.